YouTube, what's up, man? I'm not gonna lie to y'all, like 2 weeks ago, I was out on the streets and I was asking the people, like, hey, what matters more, looks or personality? And for the most part, I didn't really get any, like, insightful answers. Girls are always gonna say, oh, it's your personality, And then, guys, for the most part, they'll say personality too. But I think a lot of us have been sold a little bit on the Disney fairy tale fantasy of like just personality just being a one Trump fix all thing. But I promise you I'm not bitching. This is going to have a good video at the end of it. I think we've all been undersold a little bit on the look stock. And growing up, we've all gotten the it's not what's on the outside, it's what's on the inside spill. And I think the reason why people are afraid to tell you that looks matter is ultimately because a lot of it's out of your control. Like, I can't really control that my face looks like this. I can't control the fact that I have a big nose or I look like a discount dollar version Drake with braids, and I can't control that shit, bro. You also can't control like how tall you are, right? A lot of that stuff is hard stuck, but you can completely manufacture your personality. You can definitely get some skill points, add some experience points into charisma and charm. You can totally design your personality. So I think that's a lot more comforting to some people, right? But let's just talk about looks. Ultimately, man, the taller, the more attractive you are, I think people are going to treat you better. I think people have more leniency for your BS or your not so appealing flaws if you're an attractive looking person, right? They'll let some shit slide. They'll let some shit slide. Whereas if you were like a 5'2" fat ugly dude and you were just loud and annoying and always had an opinion, you'd probably get told to, shut the fuck up every now and then, right? Like, shut up, bro, you talk too much, right? But that's why looks certainly do matter, right? Because looks determine how people treat you. We're all products if you look at it like. So it's important that you at least understand that and you make sure that you're dressed very presentable and you look like you care about yourself. You don't have to be some 6'5", like Giga Chad. Okay, maybe you do now today. But if you can't be a 6'5" Giga Chad, why not be a 5'7" Giga Chad? I also think a little bit of your personality gets perceived more. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, man. I am like 6'1", 6'2", always been a bigger dude. I'm light skinned, I've always had curly hair. I would be lying to y'all if I didn't tell you that like my looks definitely played a factor in how people treated me or how people perceived me. I think I've said a lot of crazy stuff in my youth, and if I didn't look this certain way, people would probably act a different type of way about it, right? So looks definitely do matter. That's just my spill on looks right there, man. Let's talk about personality though, because personality is super important too. Some of the nerds are not going to like this, but I actually think personality is a lot more important. You can do so much with it, and really it gives guys the ultimate ability to jump their lane. Like, you can be a 5, but if you're charming, you're fun to be around, you'll be deemed more attractive as opposed to like a really quiet, handsome dude who doesn't know how to speak to people. Your looks get you the interview, but your personality gets you the job. Like, yeah, you might have to fight a little bit of an uphill battle with like the looks card at first. I'm just assuming if you're just butt ugly watching this, right? Most of you aren't. You're probably just an average, decent looking dude like most people are, right? But your personality is what's going to keep people to stick more. And I'm not trying to make this sound like super Gary Vee-ish, right? Because I just don't think as a guy, you should be putting a whole lot of like a huge amount of stock into like, oh, like my face is, my nose is far apart. No, my eyebrows and XYZ, right? Because really, if you're watching this as a man, the cool thing about being a dude compared to chicks is not all of our attractiveness is held up in our looks. You know what I'm saying? With girls, you look at a girl, 85% of her attractiveness is probably going to come down to how she looks, right? With guys, it's how we carry ourselves as a man and how you act as a man, right? So if you're confident, you got charisma, you got charm, you're direct, you know what you want, that's attractive. Guys can just do cool stuff, bro. Dude, you can make YouTube videos, you can do coding, you can learn how to play an instrument, you can do comedy. Like, there's so many cool things. Guys can just do cool shit. We do cool shit. We learn how to master cool shit. We make other people's lives more fun or more valuable. And then boom, we become more attractive on it as our own, right? So really the answer I'm trying to tell you is that like, you can really jump lane anytime you want. You just got to really be willing to put the work in. Does that make sense? So the more work that we put in, the ultimately more attractive we are, That's all really I'm trying to say, bro. Girls don't hold all their attractiveness just straight based off looks. There are plenty of average guys, and I'm sure you can account. There's probably been guys that in your life that were average looking, but they pulled because they were just fun to be around. They had good energy. They were just fun. Like, they're just fun people. And in my life, I've had guys who were like no homo, they're super good looking, but, they were just quiet. They're reserved. They weren't really witty. They didn't really know what to say. They got kind of awkward in social situations. They kind of froze a little bit, right? So if you go on like a lot of like these forums or like these red pill or black pill YouTubers, they'll try to tell you like, oh, like if you're not looking like this, or oh, if you don't make a certain amount of money, if you're not this tall, like you're just not gonna get laid. And like, bro, I'm here to tell you right now, like it's a loser fucking mindset to have, bro. To think like, oh, just because I'm not this, I'm not gonna be successful. Like that's just a really bum ass mindset to have. And honestly, if you have that mindset, you'll probably attract what is to be true. You know what I'm saying? The truth is, bro, is that like nothing is really like stopping you. You can you could literally jump lanes in terms of attractiveness just by hard work. You can get a body, you can learn some cool skills, you can make money, you can learn hygiene, you can grow a beard, you can learn how to be funny. Like there are just so many ways that you can improve your attractiveness that aren't your looks. But that requires work. That requires actual effort. And for a lot of these guys, they'll try and tell you like, oh, like it's just not worth doing, but they'll just fucking play video games, play fucking Xbox, and not try to do anything to improve their lives at all. They're bums. You know what I'm saying? So like if you're watching that, bro, like don't fall into that trap of, oh, statistics and I'm not above 6 feet. I can't do this, bro. Because like, bro, like I believe in statistics too, but I also believe, and it's going to sound corny, it's going to sound Gary Vee-ish, fuck, but I believe in manalytics, bro. I believe that you can know where you're at, know where you want to be, and find a way to reverse engineer yourself to be where you want to be. So, you know what I'm saying? So just keep going, bro. Both ultimately matter. Looks and personality matter, but if you don't have in the looks department, bro, that's okay. You can boss up in the personality department and boss up in the finance and just being a cool person department, bro. Like, bro, if you're just watching this, bro, like, bro, just be something cool. Do something interesting, bro. Pick up a hobby. Get off the Xbox. Like, just do something cool. Learn how to code. Learn a new language. Learn how to salsa dance. Bitches love salsa dancing. Latinas love salsa dancing. Do some cool shit like that, bro.